Hey everybody, Phil here again from Japan with another little COVID video. I'm not going to do these every day because it's a lot of work and it's kind of stressful. So again, I'm going to take a snapshot of the screen and tell you that in Japan we're up to seemingly 4,581 cases. So on the weekend, on Japan, or Tokyo I should say, Tokyo had the biggest ever numbers. They certainly had over 100 new cases each day, which was a record for them, and in Tokyo they've got over 1,000 cases. So many cases, it doesn't even fit on the little map. But yeah, so we're definitely seeing a rapid escalation, and people should be starting to get worried, but I don't think they are, so that's great. What was it? So on Saturday it was 100, yesterday 118, on Sunday it was 143 new cases in Tokyo. Up here where I am, it's gone from, like, I made a mistake with the dates in the other video. Our first case was February 29. Our second case was March 26. So almost a month in between. First case was from somebody who was on that cruise ship. So in between March 26 though and today, which is a little more than a week, we've gone from 2 cases to 23. And all of those in the city of Sendai, except for a couple. One on the weekend was up in Kesunuma, so that's a bit worrying that, you know, in another community there's one person. So things are escalating as one would expect. I mean, why would Japan be any different? But let's go through some of the other interesting things. So I told you about the increase in numbers in Tokyo. The Japanese government, as I said the other day, they're going to send out these 2 cloth masks to every household. Now they've also said they're going to send out 300,000 yen, which is, let's say for the sake of argument, $3,000 US dollars. Every household will be getting that if yours is a household in need, if you've lost, you know, so much money because of gone down to a certain economic level because of the virus or work situation. And that was originally going to be 200,000 yen. They've bumped that up to 300,000 yen. They haven't actually set out the requirements about how they're going to determine who is in need and when and all the rest of it, of course. So right now it's just a great news headline. But hopefully that will give some relief to people who are in need. I know America kind of did the same thing, or announced the same thing. I don't know if they did it or not yet. So that's good news. If you're living in Japan, just be aware of that you may be eligible. There's all these rumors going on that foreigners aren't eligible, but as far as I can tell, yes, it's simply that you have to be resident in Japan. They did a similar thing after the tsunami, and of course foreign residents were, I wasn't here, but foreign residents were eligible for that. So a little relief perhaps coming your way if you're in trouble. Japan has also said that they're going to increase their stockpiles of this drug called Ativan. Now this is interesting because they're saying that they're going to increase these stockpiles to use Ativan to fight coronavirus. Ativan is a anti-flu antiviral drug, which is only in Japan. And the reason it's only in Japan is because there's supposedly serious side effects, cause birth defects, and shouldn't be taken by women who are pregnant or will become pregnant, which is pretty scary. So they're going to increase their stockpiles of this. This is the drug that a couple of months ago, China said they were having success with a Japanese drug against coronavirus. It was Ativan. And that's interesting. It's made by a subsidiary of Fujifilm. So it's a very colorful drug, I would imagine. Shot in Rec 709, I think. Little joke there for you camera guys. interesting. So they're going to stockpile this drug. Maybe that drug will be the light at the end of the tunnel as far as antivirals. I know other people are talking about malaria drugs and things like this, but this is seemingly a drug that already works. So those are good things. Government going to give some money, stockpiling a potential drug. That drug is used every year to treat 2 million people, so it can't be that bad, assuming the people don't die, of course. But now the kind of weirdness. The picture of the day today in the Japanese online paper is of a back-to-school ceremony. Yes, it's a bunch of little kids. I'm going to put the picture up. Little kids doing their welcome into school ceremony today. On Sunday in Fukushima Prefecture, which is not so far from me. And, these kids are all crammed together. There's other pictures from the same ceremony. What are they thinking? This is what I mean. They don't seem to be taking this thing seriously. Now, some other people are saying that the schools are doing just these ceremonies just so they can get the kids registered and everything like this. Then they're going to send them home until March 11th. But it's like, come on, you really need to do that? This is the 21st century. We can send out emails. And they said, we needed to give them information about books and so on. You can send out emails for that, people. You don't need to get together hundreds of kids and their parents and squeeze them into a room. So kind of just, I know Japan is really big on this is the way things are always done. And this is the way things are always done here. So you have this school induction ceremony, so they're not going to stop that. And then my favorite story from today about the coronavirus is this guy broke into an old woman's house and forced her to feed him. And he got some food. She made him rice and other small side dishes, and then he paid her with 10 masks. So masks have become currency. Be aware. Rice, food, toilet paper, and masks are currency in the new capitalism. I'm just joking. I'm not one of these guys. So there you go. That's the news, and numbers are on the up and up. Things are going crazy everywhere. Military is on the streets of Spain. People are locked down indefinitely. Places are all across Africa locked down. And in Japan, kids are going to their school induction ceremony. It's a mad, mad world. See you soon. I'm cursed with making these videos, I tell you. So literally, as I was making the last video, that you're gonna see, I don't know, before or after this one, it came out that Abe tomorrow will declare a state of emergency here in Japan. And when that happens, that means that prefectural governments will be able to impose rules to keep people inside. Right now they're kind of toothless. They can't really force people to stay in. Most likely those kinds of rules are only going to go into place in the larger cities, Tokyo and Osaka especially. Osaka we don't ever talk about, but they're also having a problem. They're not testing at all. I mean, I think Osaka total has tested about 3,500 people. So I think tomorrow we're going to see another change in Japan. So I'll probably make another one of these tomorrow after that announcement has been made. That's all for now.